Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Or a written,
Oh,
or
okay.
a
I see.
written
I'm
show
going to
cause.
call that Stefani. This is people against Anthony Joseph Stefani, 25W701-244. Your name?
Anthony Joseph Stefani, sir.
I believe you had a lawyer when I was in here, when you were in here on December 22nd, but that was with respect to another show cause. And now I thought we talked about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and arraign you on this new charge and give you a lawyer if you would like one, okay?
I'm all right, sir.
All right, so you are charged, first of all, this is a domestic violence case. And
This is,
I'm sorry?
I believe it was, I believe I went to court over this before. I was supposed to pay some money and then show back up to you. And, I missed that court date because I was in the
Slow
hospital.
down, slow down. Let me just tell you what happened, okay? You
Yes,
pled
sir.
guilty to domestic violence back on March 4th of 25. I sentenced you on this on March 18th of 25. This show cause here alleges that you violated probation in the following aspects. Count one, that you failed to attend the domestic violence program with an 8-week follow-up. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
Count two alleges you failed to pay your fines and costs. I thought we talked about that. And that you have a balance owing of $1,040. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty or if you were found guilty, you could get 5 days on each one of these counts, so you could receive 10 days on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own witnesses, to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. They have to prove that you violated probation by a preponderance of the evidence. If they fail to prove that, then the charge would be dismissed or you'd be found not guilty. If they do prove that, then you're subject to a 10-day jail term on this. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to an attorney. I'll be happy to provide you with one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Like a lawyer.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Well, I thought this was just an arraignment.
This is an arraignment. I'm either going to ask you how you plead or I'm going to give you a lawyer.
I guess I'll have the lawyer then, sir.
I'm not trying to talk you into it. If you want to represent yourself, that's fine by me.
No,
But
well, no, I was a bit, I must have misunderstood.
okay, I'll enter a not guilty plea. I'm gonna give you a lawyer. We're gonna set them up with you in that in a breakout room so you can speak with them now, and let's try to expedite that for the county if we can, whoever the lawyer is, John. With this gentleman, I want him to get a lawyer as soon as possible. Okay. All right, just bear with us. I'm entering a not guilty plea. We'll give you a defense lawyer. I need Beth on this. Or she's not here. Whoever I need. John, call over there quickly. Everybody waiting.
Jessica's in.
Anthony Joseph Stefani, 25W71244. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani, attorney on behalf of Anthony Stefani. IP number 43387. Judge, I've had the opportunity to discuss this with Mr. Stefani. He's currently, as you can tell, incarcerated in the Wayne County Jail on a separate matter, and he pleads guilty, to the violations. He's failed to attend the domestic violence class. He failed to pay the fines and court costs of $1,040. But a little bit of the background on this judge. During the time in which he was on probation here court, he did do an inpatient program at behavioral health. I believe it's on the east side of Detroit.
I need him to state his name first. Sir, that's all right. Your name, sir?
Anthony Joseph Stefani, sir.
Hang on a second. I gotta find it. All right, give me 1 second. I would do with my arraignment. You see a stamp around here somewhere, say, John, come here. Where'd I put my stamp at? You see one? I got arraignment, sentencing, the red stamp. It says arraignments.
I know, stamps are there.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Graziani.
Judge, again, for the record, he did go to the quality behavior health inpatient program for 32 days. It's located at Warren and Eastburn, the east side of Detroit. He does suffer from a seizure disorder, which he should get out with after this is completed. And
What are you asking me to do?
Judge, I'm asking you to give him credit for time served because he has been in the Lee County Jail. I believe it was.
I thought I told him, well, he's on other cases though,
That's
right?
correct, Judge.
I thought I told him to come up. I thought we had an understanding, Mr. Stefani. Can you tell me your name again?
Anthony Joseph Stefani.
I thought we had an understanding you were to come up with the money on this case.
Yes, sir. I was in the hospital multiple times since the last time I seen you.
Why are you back in the Wayne County Jail again?
I was clearing up some old cases like you told me to. And this is from a case from 2024. I've gone to everywhere, clearing up my name, taking care of every court case that I have, doing everything I can. I went to Quality Behavioral Health.
How long
I've
have
got
you
a
been
job.
in custody?
What's that?
How long have you been in jail?
I was sentenced to 30 days. I get out tomorrow, so 25.
Who gave you that? Me?
3rd District,
Third Circuit Court?
3rd Circuit, Judge Cox.
Taylor District Court, 23rd Judge.
I showed up at the courthouse I showed up at 33rd District with proof of a hospitalization and my paycheck stubs before I came in here, trying to show you that I've been trying to do everything that I can.
Hang on. Did you review this?
So it looks like this is Ms. Wyland's case, but taking a look at it, it looks like if he did get that chart or that jail start from Taylor, it looks like she printed out, it was an operating while intoxicated third offense felony out of Taylor that I assume then went to serve according to that list before. That's the one she had printed out. She does have printed out that he had other charges that were filed, or a new offense, but no charges were filed out of Brownstown. Those are the only things I have in the file for him related to where he's been as of recently.
When are you gonna get your life in order, Mr. Stefani?
Judge, in fairness to him, he does, although it's not related to the alcohol charges, he does have severe health problems and he actually should be on social security disability. There's also other psychological issues that exist that really have never been addressed.
He's gonna plead guilty to these. Is that what you told
That's
me?
correct, Judge.
All right, if you plead guilty, he doesn't have any violations on this?
Judge, the only violation involved I think he owes $1,040 for the probation fees and also failure to do a follow-up
I saw that.
sessions.
Did he go there at all, Jessica?
It doesn't look like it, and Judge, I have that he has at least 2 technical violations.
I thought so. So you understand, okay, so you understand your probation could be revoked. They put 0 on this.
Gave him 3 technical violations on October 1st. And he
Also
got
did-
2 technical violations on, it looks like December 8th.
All right.
That's 5.
You understand all the rights I covered with you. You're presumed innocent. You have the right to a hearing. They have to prove your guilt by a preponderance of the evidence. True?
True.
And you understand you could cross-examine their witnesses. You could testify or remain silent. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
By pleading guilty, you're giving up your right to a contested hearing of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The charge, you failed to attend the domestic violence program with 8-week follow-up. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to attend that program?
Yes, sir.
Is the count 2 that you failed to pay your fines and costs as ordered? How do you plead?
Guilty.
And you still owe $1,040, correct?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted. So he's
Sir.
been in there
Can I,
approximately 30 days. He was given a 30-day sentence, Judge, but he'd indicated that there were some other minor charges. I don't know if they arose out of this district court or, outside this jurisdiction. And again, I'm asking for your mercy. I really think that this gentleman, instead of additional jail time, would be better served by going into another inpatient program, or even Oakdale because of a drinking issue.
Judge, I would like to know that his case does expire on June 18th, 2026.
sir, may I say something? I did 65 days in jail with this case once already. And I'm from March 18th to the middle, from last year, from your courtroom, I did 65 days on this. And since I've been out, I've been hospitalized approximately 12 times due to a chronic seizure disorder that I keep having. But
Judge, if I may interject, I was not aware of that, and my apologies.
I see where I had a date with him on February 18th. I arraigned him, set 7,500, 10%, and I know he was in custody then.
When he got sentenced back in March of 2025, you gave him credit for 32 days.
Right.
I did 65.
Well, that's not me. That was on other cases. That was not on this case.
They took me straight from your courtroom. Now I got arrested again. I went straight from your courtroom. And I showed up at the courthouse with my paycheck stubs and my hospitalization papers to try and show you. The clerk assured me that she would I'll let you know. I also, every drug test that I have had, including the one where I showed up here, I've passed everything. No drugs, no alcohol. I go to church. I work my job. I'm supposed to get out tomorrow and return back to work.
All right.
We
got
spoke
it.
last time. You said get my life together, sir. I walk and ride a bike everywhere, including from Flat Rock to 3rd District downtown. I rode a bike and took buses to make sure that I'm taking care of all these things. I haven't missed anything.
I got it.
Sir, I'm really, really trying.
I got it. Heather, I want you to make sure you cancel that everything's taken out of lien, all the no contact provisions. Probation's revoked. You're to serve 30 days. I'll give you credit for 30. Actually, I'll make it 45 days and give you credit for those 45 days, and you're all set. Okay. So I'm gonna release you in terms of this case. So, but you were given a personal bond on this anyway. So you're not in custody on this case and haven't been. So we're going to close the case with all the bond conditions out of lien, and you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you,
God
Judge.
bless you. Thank you, sir.
Anthony missed his date because his health was failing fast. He rode his bike to Wayne County to leave behind his past. He brought his paychecks and his test to show his slate was clean. The judge reviewed the 30 days and saw what it could mean. His probation is revoked, but all the time is fully served. He takes the credit that he earned and gets the peace deserved. Keep walking on the honest road, your freedom is preserved.